What happens when a geek who talks into his camera every day gets together with an action comedy group? A cool freaking short, that's what happens. Yo, brother, you're at home with a geek? I'm Mark, aka the Little Black Dude. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time coming here and you love movies, TV shows, video games, comic books, and other things of a geeky nature, mash the subscribe button and be sure to ring my bell to be part of the notification squad. That way you know when I have a new video coming out. Today's rant is all about new experiences because as a YouTuber, I always have to work at new things, okay? I've only been around for a little less than a year, so the fact that I only have a few subscribers isn't a big deal, but that's where you guys come in. Anything that you see on my channel that you think is awesome, share it with your friends and family. Let them know the Little Black Dude is here. But one of the ways that any YouTuber can get a little bit more clout and get a little bit more out there is by doing collaborations. And one that I was involved in just went up a few days ago. There is a wonderful group from South Jersey like myself called the Art School Dropouts. These dudes are awesome. If you want to check out their channel, it's going to be a card in the corner somewhere around there. So you can mash that and go over to their channel and check out what they do. They are an action film group, okay? Martial artists like myself that enjoy making action films. I ended up meeting them a couple years ago at Camden Comic Con, which I went to last year, well, this year and last year, I should say. And, sat and talked with them for a little while and really got interested in what they were doing. But I didn't really jump at it because my channel was still in its nascent stages at the time. I hadn't even decided whether or not I was going to make a YouTube channel quite like the one I have now. I also had just decided that if I were to do it, I was going to call it At Home with a Geek. Speaking of, like the new logo? I hope you do, because I want to put that somewhere else that's pretty interesting. In any case, talking to these guys really did inspire me because it was nice to see that somebody from New Jersey was actually doing this YouTube thing and starting to get big. As a matter of fact, they just recently reached 5,000 subscribers, and to me, that's a big milestone. I think that's a big milestone for anybody, especially when a bunch of people validate what it is that they like. It's like when you make something and people watch it and enjoy it and let people know what it is that you're doing and they feel like what you're doing is cool, that makes you feel good about yourself. Hint, hint, hint. But it was almost a full year later when I decided to reach out to them because I really didn't know how else to build myself up. I was trying to put out, a new video every week or every other week, things like that. Just putting out whatever I could, whatever came off the top of my head. Talking about different things I was ranting about, my eating challenges, which, by the way, I am going to be doing more of because I do enjoy doing them. It's just a matter of finding a format that works. But I reached out to them because of a behind-the-scenes video they did for one of their action shorts called Philly City Ransom. Now, me being a huge geek, of course, I picked up the reference and I had to say something about it. But that's not what really started everything. The director for most of the shorts, his name is Joey. Joey was talking about making different types of films during this behind the scenes because they were showing, how their shooting schedule is and the kind of stuff that they do. And he said, a lot of our films are, based on like Hong Kong type action films. So what would happen? Tell us what you think if we were going to make something that was more inspired by an American film. Soon as I saw that, I went right to the comments, man. Not now, right now. And I said, holla at a Goju stylist, I want to do this with you. And that began the whole process. Over the course of a couple of months, we talked back and forth trying to, nail down a time on different things that were happening, which was pretty fun. I was just happy that a group that I looked up to wanted to do something with me. That was pretty cool. I find out about the project. It's called Handgun. I was like, okay, what's the deal here? When I read the brief for everything, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I like the idea of this, so let's see how it goes. Fast forward to 2 months ago. Everything is finally settled. They got a location. They've got all the people that they want working. And apparently it's one of the bigger projects that they had done at the time, even for a short film. So we all arrived. I actually arrived later than I than was supposedly scheduled, and I thought that I was going to be the last one there. Turns out I wasn't, and I was actually kind of happy about that. So when everybody arrived, we went inside, got changed, put on our suits, and just basically bantering back and forth. There were a bunch of guys from different places. Like for example, there were a bunch of guys from a group called Common Ramen. Uh, yeah, these guys are awesome too, and I really would like to work with them as well. Once again, hint, hint. There's going to be a card in the corner as well for their channel if you want to check out some of the stuff they do. Still doing action, but it's more costume based. They make their own costumes for different things. They actually have done a couple of screen tests for custom Power Rangers costumes, which I thought was pretty cool. I've been talking about that for a while. And I would love the chance to dress up as a Power Ranger again. It'd be awesome. In any case, another one of the groups that was there was Team One Take. One of the guys there, his name is Hector. This dude's awesome, straight off the bat. He's a stuntman. He is a professional stuntman. So to have somebody who's actually in that kind of industry be in the room and tell you different things that are happening and give you some advice, that was really awesome. Now when I got there, I figured, okay, so they're gonna use me for something, and then I'm just gonna be here basically. So I'm just gonna ask as many questions as I can, try and find out as much stuff as I can about filmmaking, so maybe I can make my videos a little more interesting. Well, film starts. I get killed right off the bat, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm done. So I started, putting stuff up on Facebook, taking pictures and stuff. I was like, this is so awesome. I just got killed, but I don't care. And then they started bringing me back into the scene. It's like, hey, we need somebody to get thrown up against the wall. I was like, oh, I'll do it. Like, hey, we need somebody to get shot. Oh, I'll do it. I enjoyed all of that. And I just was geeking out the entire time. During the course of the day, I got to meet a lot of guys that just really had some interesting stuff going on. For example, I was sitting and talking with a couple of guys that came all the way up from Virginia just to be in this film, and I got a little bit of advice about cameras and things to look out for when buying new equipment. So that was really helpful. And then of course just watching how the guys from the Dropouts were doing their thing. Joey keeping track of everybody's different things there, having Steph organize everybody, and then Angela doing the behind the scenes video, and she made me laugh a lot with some of the stuff that happened, so it was really cool. Then, as if that weren't already cool enough, there is a scene, if you watch the video, you'll know what I'm talking about, where I actually get to be on camera for more than a few seconds. I was very happy about that because I didn't think I was going to be like out there at all, but it made me really happy that that was the thing. So being who I am, I was geeking out that much harder because I was in a scene with the main character in the video, Gun Cho, who I absolutely freaking love. Every time I see him in one of their videos, I get excited because it's just something about him I really like, So I spent the entire time just being really excited about the whole thing. He had me laughing though because it was a reminder that even though you look up to somebody, they're still just regular people. Because every time I was like, I don't care how you feel, I really am really excited about working with you. He was like, I don't know how to handle this. This is weird for me. And I guess it's because you're always with yourself, it's hard to accept sometimes that there are people who think you're awesome when you might just think you're a regular person. That's one of the things that I think will always be kind of a difficult thing for those of us who are planning to be YouTubers, because that's just it. We're regular people. We just happen to decide, okay, well, let's make some films, talk about different things we like, do some research, throw some cool things up there, that kind of thing. But Handgun was a lot of fun. In and of itself, the filming took about 2-3 hours. I didn't think it was going to have as much substance as it did, but watching the final product, I friggin' lost it. I was so excited. I went right to the comments, of course, and I'm looking forward to doing more stuff with Art School Dropouts, so please keep y'all eyes peeled for that, because every time I do something with them, I'm going to talk about it a little bit more, give you guys a little bit more background. Additionally, because of the other work that I did with them, I'm starting to understand the filmmaking side of all of this a little bit better. Because right now I'm more of a vlogger than anything else, which kind of has, you know, a tainted sound to it. I'm only supposed to talk about certain things. But I want to do something a little bit more involved as time goes on. So let me know in the down low what you think. You know, should I do something that's a little bit more scripted? Should I try and, you know, make an actual film? You know, something like that. If you think that that's something that would work really well, or if there's something specific you would want to see, please let me know in the down low, because I'm always reading the comments and I respond to everyone that I can. I love talking to you guys because most of you I know, so it's a good thing that, you know, we get to communicate. So please share the video. Let me get some feedback so that the ideas can, you know, keep flowing and something good can be put out just for you. And then the aftermath of everything. When we finished the shoot, we all got together and we went to Jollibee. Jollibee is described often as the Filipino McDonald's, and holy crap is this place awesome. Unfortunately, there's not many of them in the United States, but they are all over in Asia from what I understand. But the one that we went to is in Jersey City. If you are ever in Jersey City and you want some, you know, decently good fast food, definitely go. But I warn you, the place will be packed. Everybody in there was just, you know, packed to the gills. There was a line out the door. All the tables were full. It was nuts. But the food was really good. You know? They had, you know, your basic fare, you know, hamburgers, chicken sandwiches, French fries. But they also had fried chicken. They had pasta, all kinds of stuff like that. Lots of different desserts. You know, so it was a real, you know, all-around experience. Food was really good. The camaraderie was really good as well. I enjoyed myself very much. There was a lot that happened that day that I just can't put into words. And I look forward to the chance to continue working with other YouTubers so that maybe I can build my repertoire up a little bit so I can do something, you know, more interesting for you. As I'm always saying, no, please let me know what's going on in the download. Let me know what you're thinking. You know, like and share my video as well. Let people know that the little black dude is here because I want to entertain you. I want to continue to make things that work for you. So enough of my ranting. There's new reviews coming up. I just got finished watching the other Wonder Woman DVD. There's a lot going on there. That's going to be coming up within the next couple of days. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Additionally, I have a video that I've been doing a little bit of research on that I think is going to be pretty amusing, especially if you are a webcomic reader like myself and know it won't be a half an hour like my rant on webcomics was, but it is going to have, you know, a little bit more, you know, involvement to it. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, this is the little black dude. Stay geek and proud.